Hey guys, what's up here? It's El Toro Loco, and we have a game of free-for-all on High Rise. But this, to me, is more than a game. This game on High Rise taught me a lot about Modern Warfare 2 and pretty much video gaming in general. Well, actually not video gaming in general, more about Modern Warfare 2. But I mean, this entire game tells a story. So, in the past week or so, I've been looking for a new series. I've been looking to start a new series, so I figured, how about a series about a class? So I figured I'd look for the perfect class. So right here, I think I've got it. TAR 21, Urban Camo, that doesn't really matter, but it's Urban Camo is sweet. Silenced, with the G18 silenced, the Glock silenced, with throwing knife, maybe that's not so perfect, but I mean, sleight of hand pro, cold blooded pro, and Ninja Pro. I don't think I have the pros in the last two there because I'm only level 30, but there's some lag there for my pinnacle. But I think I found one of the best classes in free-for-all that'll finally give me that win that I can make a good series off of. So I'm playing with it. I get my Predator Missile in the first minute of the game. I'm thinking I'm going to win. I get my Harriers eventually. And then I realize that there's some other guy out there that's somehow doing the exact same as me. I go 10-0 right off the bat. And he's somehow just keeping up with me. I don't even know how. And he eventually gets a chopper gunner. Then he eventually gets a nuke to win the game. And I realized that what this pretty much taught me is that, well, I guess if you consider it like this, the nuke is like the man. And, you guys ever see the movie School of Rock? See that movie? He's always like, stick it to the man and all that stuff. Well, it's impossible to stick it to the man. It's impossible to stick it to the nuke because once they call it in, you can't do anything about it. But I guess you can prevent it, and that's called camping and using noob tubes. And I guess that's where the whole camping and noob tube thing comes from in Modern Warfare 2. Is I guess trying to prevent people from being too good at the game, not necessarily prevent them from getting a nuke, but I mean that'd be helpful. But just to prevent them from doing well in the game, and just kind of make the crappy players, the players who just sit there with one-man army and noob tubes, who just go around noob tubing people, which is like the easiest thing in the game, takes no skill. I mean, I'm pretty sure my grandma, who's 80 years old, could do that. But it just takes no skill. And that's what's wrong with Modern Warfare 2. I realize that's what's wrong with Modern Warfare 2. If they take out, like, if they just take out the noob tubes, it'll separate. I don't know. It'll separate them. It'll make the people who are crappy at the game, I guess, get better. It'll make them stop sitting in the corner and shooting off noob tubes. It'll make them get better, and also help the people who are actually good at this game do better because they won't have to worry about painkiller with a shotgun, which is pretty much like God with a shotgun running at you at full speed, shooting bullets like of lead going over 1,000 miles an hour right at your face, and you can't do anything about it. If they just take away all the cheap stuff, all the stuff that's trying to even out the game, even out so that the commandos and the crappy players and the noob tubers and all of them can feel like they're good at this game too. If they just get rid of that stuff, Modern Warfare 2 could be a decent game. Of course, they have to fix some other stuff, but I mean, that's what I learned from this game. And by the way, the TAR 21 is a headshot machine. It's crazy. But back to what I was saying. Modern Warfare 2 could have been a good game. Hopefully Black Ops kind of realizes this and makes these changes. But I mean, get rid of the painkiller. Get rid of the final stand, the last stand, the martyrdom. I mean, it's a death streak in this one, but I mean, still, they still have it, and it's still annoying. Not as annoying, but it's still annoying. I think they are just attempting to make it so people who weren't very good at this game could be good at this game, and just kind of make it so the people who are good at this game don't seem as good. So we're all even, we're all fair, it's all good because we're all even and we're all having fun, and yeah. But no, it's not fun getting noob tubed every time you run out of a building because some guy likes to sit there with a one-man army and just blast noob tubes, lob them right at your face, and just watch you blow up and fly in the air and go crazy. And then that's half the reason why people get pissed at this game and that why they quit this game is because of all the noob tubers. I mean, it's a great game. It's a really good setup. I mean, it's like, how do I say it? Like the leveling up, I think that's great. Like getting attachments to your gun by using them for different kills. I love that because then I use different guns because I want to get the different attachments, and it just makes the game a lot more fun because you're using different stuff. But I mean, things like the chopper gunner and things that are just so overpowered, It just it just it's just insane how like I guess Infinity Ward or just the entire Call of Duty series, well from 4 to 6, I guess, is just trying to like make the crappy players not as crappy because they just add all the stuff like the painkiller. I've already listed it a bunch of times. The painkiller, the martyrdom, the the scrambler. I mean, no one uses that actually. That probably wasn't a very good example, but I mean, all those overpowered things that they just added in here to just either make it more interesting or just to even out the gameplay. Just kind of ruined it. They just added too much. They tried to do too much. Just make an online that people can just play and they can level up and they can get better, and they can't use cheap things like noob tubes and other things like that to get kills and kind of take advantage of other people. Because if you have all these noob tubers, how are people actually going to try and like play the game? Well, that didn't really make sense, but what I'm going at is a lot of games like MAG and Battlefield Bad Company, they're considered tactical style games, and there's that nuke, of course. They're considered tactical style games, right? And that's because I guess they still have Battlefield still has noob tubes, but they're not as effective. And the entire reason the product of that is a better, more tactical type of game. Like that people will enjoy playing because they're not just running around there shooting off noob tubes, sitting in a corner, waiting for people to run by and you can shoot them and getting all these big bonuses and stuff. It's actually working together as a team on a video game to like achieve a goal. And that's what makes it really fun. That's why I like those games. So hopefully I can get Battlefield because I've only played on Xbox. I should get it for my PS3. Play some games for you. Get like a tactical feel to it. Get kind of a shift away from Modern Warfare 2 and all the bullshit that they have in that game. Because I mean, they had a great game, then they just ruined it. They just kind of added a bunch of stuff and ruined it. And hopefully Black Ops Treyarch will realize that and kind of change Black Ops. But that's it for my rant today. Because as you see, the screen's frozen, so that's the end of the video. This is El Toro Loco with Top Gun Gaming. Modern Warfare 2 is full of noob tubes, and it sucks. See you guys later.